Hello, everyone. I'm Chad Corvo, technical PSM engineer here at ServiceNow. Very excited to be presenting to you today, and big welcome to our Technology Excellence for the Utah Innovation Launch. Now, this go around, we're going to do something a little bit different for the Utah release, and I'm very excited to present the top innovations from across the ServiceNow platform. And you might ask why? Why not just talk about ITSM again, Chad? Well, let's start with what we're hearing from you, the analysts, and what's going on in the market, the challenges that are facing teams today, those siloed processes, systems that are disconnected, ungoverned development, and security threats and vulnerabilities that are impacting multiple teams and companies. And really, to bust those silos and address these pains, we should be looking across the platform of innovations that really could address your team's needs across your own tech stack. So I'd like to keep this session tight and impactful. So in the next 20 minutes or less, I hope to show you there's a better way, a safer way, and a stronger way with a single platform on a single code base, empowering teams, your teams, with meaningful workflows, as well as proactive security posturing that really just makes sense. So hopefully you saw in our ServiceNow keynotes with core ServiceNow solution visions being presented by thought leaders, really, we're envisioning a solution journey, your journey, that transforms, that scales, that accelerates and strengthens all of your success across all the platform technologies that you see here. So let's begin with those highlights specific to technology excellence. So those of you familiar with our past ITSM and ITOM releases, you'll be familiar with Service Operations Workspace. Out only less than a year as of this broadcast, many of you have said this is a game changer in addressing those silos across both your IT services and operations teams. And instead of talking about the enhancements coming to the Service Operations Workspace, let's go ahead and dive into our first demo. So here it is, the first demo for a Utah Innovation Highlights broadcast. Now, folks, I'm truly excited to showcase what ServiceNow's engineering and product teams are bringing to market with Service Operations Workspace, really continuing to up-level the vision to bust silos across all of your technology teams. In the San Diego release, they showed what true service operations excellence is, where both ITSM and ITOM teams can swarm on issues with complete insights important to each of these groups. Next, in our Tokyo release, we saw an uplift to Service Operations Workspace with agent onboarding, as well as the introduction to Investigation Workbench. Now, in Utah, ServiceNow adds Microsoft Endpoint Manager functionality, as well as expanding into a fuller, richer change management lifecycle experience, really continuing to make SOW that full one-stop shop for all technology teams, not just IT. So here's our familiar Investigation Workbench tab. It offers richer insights around CI metrics, as well as affected CIs, information such as memory utilization or CPU utilization or uptimes of the CI. And these were all introduced last go round, and some of you seem to be very excited about this. As you can see, agents now can investigate incidents in context with metrics and data from Microsoft's Endpoint Manager. Here we can see logged in users as well as installed applications, record information from the originator, Agent Assist still there, the machine learning, the AI to assist in triaging any of these incidents. Also, introduced last go round, experts on call. It's based on the ownership of the CI or the root cause, as well as the Collaborate tab for those more targeted communications. Allowing agents to take a deeper dive into the issue, we can see that our agent can get to mean time to resolution, MTTR, much quicker with all the support and information in context. So after collaborating with the appropriate teams offered by Service Operations Workspace, change management is now part of this end-to-end fix. So let's create a change. We can select a change. Now notice, there is an option to reboot the Windows server. We saw that as an issue with a success rate of 100%. the kind of automation that many of our customers are looking for. But in this case, we're going to create emergency change so that I can show you how we can get to that automation state. So here's the change form. Those familiar with ServiceNow's change management, we have a familiar overview such as the stages of those changes, the summary around the changes, the scope and impact, change schedules, another important aspect, risk evaluations, yet another important aspect of change, as well as creating a task that could be both automated or otherwise. Here is the change schedule feature, a popular aspect for many of you. For those submitting changes that are not automated, they gain quick insight and understanding to the status of both blackout windows and maintenance windows with conflict detection functionality. Dynamic risk assessments are also built into this process, along with change success scores, hugely popular in past releases, and it uses historical data from insights into team performance. The score value then helps you determine, or this change manager determine, how likely the team is to complete the change request without issues. This also gives change approvers speedy insights into potential issues with both risk around the changes as well as those teams involved. Change tasks such as planning, implementing, testing, reviewing, all the changes are in focus to ensure that change teams are both nimble and informed. And because of ServiceNow's differentiating single platform on a unified code base, it unifies all the workspaces and is able to address and fix multiple incidents across multiple teams, such as this application development team. And this is really helping our agents, tier 1, tier 2, and beyond, get to resolution even quicker. And this concludes our first of 2 demos in this series. So how cool is that? And the end-to-end service operations experience will continue to up-level in future releases. Next, let's talk about Cloud Operations Workspace. We continue to automate and optimize technology service operations. And for your operations teams, this is a tremendous game changer. Why? Well, Cloud Discovery, it's been up-leveled once again in this release. Machine learning, it furthers discovery, enables better map services across your cloud providers. And ITOM visibility, it finds Kubernetes, OpenShift components, and it creates application services containing them. And then we can take all this goodness, all this information, and we put it in context with the Kubernetes inventory dashboard that we see here. Now, for more information on this, I strongly recommend checking out our IT operations page on the ServiceNow's community forum. Next, Security Incident Response Workspace, another exciting innovation from Utah, up-leveling your team's ability to manage and respond to evolving threats across the enterprise. The Analyst Dashboard, it's being reimagined in Utah, creating a one-stop shop, adding intelligence support, really helping analysts move through threats and investigation much quicker and easier. CIs, affected users, phishing emails, as well as the associations around this. And on top of this, ServiceNow is adding more out-of-the-box integrations to their list, really, truly up-leveling your team's ability. And I mentioned, I want to keep this session tight, and I wanted to demo this, but I strongly recommend going out to our security operations page out on the security forums to get a deeper dive into all of this coming out. Next, let's move from SecOps to hardware asset management and those enhancements coming out in Utah, really accelerating software transformation. So you may be seeing a trend here, taking those game-changing workbenches and workspaces across our technology stack and doubling down on how to make these experiences better for your teams. But instead of talking about it, let's go ahead and show the last demo of this broadcast. Here is the second demo for our Utah Innovation Highlights broadcast. And folks, I am honored to showcase this demo for hardware asset management from our ITAM solutions. This solution is another game changer. So in the Tokyo release, my friend, my colleague, Piyush showcased the content portal as well as contract renewals. And as you might have seen, There are multiple views within Hardware Asset Workspace that provides your teams the visibility into various aspects of your team's IT hardware asset management needs. Teams like yours have been using these capabilities to manage asset inventories or lifecycle management, model management, and even asset search from a single workspace. It's been hugely adopted by many of you. So, in the Utah release, we've enhanced this single pane of glass control center to now cover procurement. Now, as many of you know, procurement has been historically very messy, and it's a challenging process that relies on multiple tools. The pane, basically, there's a lack of clear visibility into what's going on and how it affects the enterprise in both cost and efficiency. So these procurement workspace enhancements enable teams to track and manage hardware procurement activities from a single dashboard. Here, teams have access to important actions such as open requests, pending purchase orders, transfer orders, and other requests that may need managerial approval. So under the procurement overview, different reports are highlighted that are critical to the procurement process. So teams are no longer scurrying around looking across different consoles for this information. They can filter on details based on the location or stockroom, aspects such as how many POs are pending delivery, or who my company's top vendors are, or how much that we are spending on these vendors, and are these vendors valuable? ServiceNow understands that most organizations handle procurement in other systems, and that's no problem because ServiceNow understands from an asset management perspective, it is very critical to have this data when assets are procured. So using ServiceNow's out-of-the-box procurement integration, or you can build a new one quickly, ServiceNow can offer these insights and help populate this into the dashboard you see here. So we move down to sourcing requests. So these are requests for which purchases, whether it's local or ones that are being transferred, have not been initiated yet. So giving full insight to what's going on. And with the recent supply chain challenges, many customers have been struggling to know what they have, and in many cases, purchase everything that gets requested. Now that gets really expensive. So now there's an interface where teams can decide if they want to consume the open request from a local stockroom, or transfer it from another warehouse, or even purchase it from another vendor. Now, this HAM solution is a real game changer for teams like yours. Why? Because they no longer have to depend on other teams or other data from legacy procurement systems to stay on top of procurement tasks. With this enhancement, asset management teams deliver services quickly, with confidence, as well as have full visibility into the various assets and the cost of those assets. Really exciting for many of the teams across all of technology. And this concludes my second of 2 demos. So how cool was that demo? Hardware asset management. So we're going to begin to start wrapping up here. Hopefully some of the key takeaways you're seeing here: stronger, better, safer, one platform, really helping you to transform digital operations, delivering those always-on digital services, scaling cloud excellence, and accelerating software innovation. So all of this, you can find it in our upgrade kits. Please go out, take a look at that. Also, there's many more key features that I did not touch on. Take a look here between ITSM, ITOM, ITAM, Lightstep, Security Operations, SPM. There's a lot of greatness out there. Please go out to community.servicenow.com to find out more. And please also check out the rest of our broadcast sessions. But with that, I want to thank you for spending your time with me.